Right, well, welcome back to another update on the Land Rover Defender. As you can see, it's looking a little bit sorry for itself. It's not moved since we did the unboxing, well, since I started fitting the security devices, because most of them were pretty straightforward. I've not done everything, but most of the bits that I have done were pretty straightforward. However, I have run into a bit of an issue fitting the guard that protects the bonnet release cable. So I'll show you what I have done first anyway. So the first really easy job was fitting a guard that goes underneath the side vent. Well, this isn't a vent, but it is like a blanking panel. It's really easy for people to get access through this. So what I've done is underneath there I've fitted a metal plate that stops people getting access into that. And I've also changed all these bolts for security bolts as well. The next job that I've done is I've gone around and changed the bolts to security bolts. Now, I've not done absolutely everything for a couple of reasons. One, some of them have been changed to stainless steel bolts anyway, and they were quite a job when I did that, and I don't want to change them again. And secondly, I think it's a good idea to have a bit of a mixture of different fixings, which makes it even harder for thieves to break in and steal parts. So I have changed quite a lot of them, but not all of them. So the next job, which it did take me a bit of time to work out how to do it, and I can't show you exactly where all the kit is for security reasons, obviously, but I'm pretty pleased with this. So yeah, what I really like is, I mean, the Defenders come with an immobilizer anyway, but they're not the best. They're pretty easy to bypass. But I've got a system now which it's like a hidden switch. So obviously I can't show you where it is, and I can't show you the wiring for it. But what it means is if you now try and start the Defender without the switch being on, it just turns over. It doesn't actually fire up. That's not just the Defender broken, I promise. Whereas now that I've switched the switch, it starts. Thank God for that. So yeah, I really like that idea. I think that's great. It's nice and really well hidden, and you can choose exactly where it goes. So like I say, unfortunately, I can't show you how the wiring works on that, but the instructions are really good. They show you how to do it. However, I did have to modify it slightly just so that I could get extra length on the cables and things like that, but it's very straightforward to do. Just took some time working out where I wanted everything, but I just really like that idea that you have an extra layer of security. It basically means that the starter motor is not going to fire the actual engine, it just turns over and over and over. Now I'm sure you're all wondering why the front end is in pieces. It's not had everything nicked, I promise. What I've been doing is I've been fitting this metal plate which stops people getting access to the bonnet release cable underneath. However, when I was doing that and tightening it all back together, I did it too tight and I caught the bonnet release cable and I've actually snapped it. So I've been waiting for a replacement. Thankfully that arrived, and I've had to take the front end apart to replace the bonnet release cable. But it's now in, and I'm just basically gonna tighten it all back up again, and hopefully I can get it tight enough that, and also working easily enough, there's not too much alignment that I've got to do, and I can just shut the bonnet fine again with this now in place. But yeah, just been a bit of a pain, but we're getting there. So as you can see, it's all back together now. The front is all back on, the lights are all back together. The guard is now in place. I cannot express enough how important it is. When you disconnect the bonnet cable and put it back on again, it's part of the process, you'll see in the instructions. I cannot express enough how important it is not to over tighten that bolt, because that just causes so much more work for you. So once you've got a nice grip on the bonnet cable, that's enough. It'll keep it nice and tight. Now this is the bit that I've been dreading, because obviously if I shut this and I've not done it properly, I have no idea how I'm going to get the bonnet open again, because that's the whole point of this guard. So fingers crossed it lines up correctly. It looks about right. Well, it's shut. That's the first time it's been shut in about three or 4 weeks. Let's just make sure it undoes again. Hey! So there you have it. It is now fitted and it all works. Thankfully, it's all good. Yes! So that's quite a few parts from that box that we looked at in the previous video, all fitted. There's still quite a bit more to do, so we'll do that, but unfortunately the nature of it being a security device, I can't show a huge amount on there, so you'll have to take my word for it that it's fitted and it's easy enough to do. A huge thank you to LRD Security for sending that stuff out. They're linked in the description below, so make sure you check them out. And yeah, I need to get this out green laning, so hopefully the next video you see with this will be out off-roading and trying to improve our skills at off-roading. But thank you so much for watching, and we shall see you in the next video.